May 23rd, 2010, a historic day to Ethiopia. Good morning to you all and welcome to our exclusive coverage of the election day. I'm Shumel Islamma. The fourth national election of Ethiopia has begun this morning. Massive turnout of electorates have been observed nationwide. Our staff reporters are reporting live from different polling stations from around the country. We now join Rahel Tekleonis, who is now in Bahir Dar, to tell us about the latest. Good morning, Rahel.
Good morning, Shmelis.
Can you tell us what's going on? The polling has started this morning since 6 a.m. this morning. Now it's been a few hours. What's going on the ground?
As you know, I've been updating our audience on what goes on in Bahir Dar town and its environs related to the election for almost a week now. In my reports, I've been mentioning that the people were saying that they are very eager and they are impatiently waiting for the day to cast their votes. So today it looks like they kept their promises. They were there starting from 4 a.m. We went to some polling stations in the town and we saw long queues and people were very eager to cast their votes, and the election began at 6 a.m. that is on time. It was earlier than 6 a.m. that public observers, political parties, candidates, representatives and election executives have arrived in the polling stations. According to the observers, all steps and preparations were taken before people started to cast votes. They said that they made sure the ballot boxes were empty and all the papers, all the documents were packed and they were opened in front of them for the first time. The observers and the election executives signed a document that states the minutes during the pre-casting vote process. Then exactly at 6 a.m. after the election executives, the observers and the representatives of the election candidates cast their votes, doors were opened for the voters to cast their votes. We also observed persons with disabilities casting their votes. They said that they were very happy with the treatment that they got from the election executives. They were given priority to cast their votes, and they generally said the casting process was conducted peacefully. We also talked to some of the voters that we have found in different polling stations that we've gone through around the town. They told us that the election process was conducted peacefully, and they told us that everything was explained by the election executives to them before they entered into the before they entered into the secret box. So they had full information on what they were supposed to do before they enter into the secret box. We also observed the AU and the European Union observation mission going around the polling stations to observe on what was happening there. There's one message that all voters wanted to pass to everybody. They said that their votes count, it has a value, and it should be respected. They said that the political parties, whether they win, whoever wins, whoever loses, has to respect their votes because it has a great value. They have chosen or they have elected the party that they think is better for their country, so the political parties should respect their votes. That's what they said. We also went to Bahir Dar University, some polling stations, and it's kind of the same responses that we got. Just as a reminder, there are 16 political parties and 12 private contestants competing in the region. 959 candidates are running for 294 seats in the regional council. 649 candidates are running for 138 seats in the federal parliament, and over 7.5 million people have got registered to cast their votes. This is what I have, Shemelis, and people are still casting their votes. It will continue till 6 p.m. I'll come back and keep you posted on what goes on here in Bahir Dar town.
Well, thank you very much for now, Rahel. That was a comprehensive coverage. We'll get back to you later on for the latest. Thank you. We're now back to Addis Ababa, where we meet another staff reporter, Bethlehem Taye, who is in District 17 in Addis Ababa. Good morning, Bethlehem.
Good morning, Shemelis.
What is going on your side of the place where the polling has started this morning, early this morning? What's going on? What do you have to tell us?
I'm in one of the District 17's constituency polling stations in Addis Ababa. But before I went to what I have to tell you about the overall process which is going on here, I would like to tell you some information about this district. In this district, there are 131 polling stations. 89,309 eligible voters were registered to cast their votes, and a total of 12 political parties are also contesting in this district. And to say something about the observers team, the observers team from a total of more than 600 public observers were drawn out of the public, and also observers from Coalition of Civil Society and observers from AU and EU are also shouldering their responsibilities effectively in this district. But now I am in the two polling stations of the district located in Bole subcity, Addis Ababa, specifically known as Gerji, locality 10, and different election materials, as I've tried to observe from early in the morning, different election materials like ballot boxes, ballot papers, and other election materials are checked out in the presence of public observers and political party representatives early in the morning before starting the balloting process. And about the security is very tight and appropriate. Different political parties campaigning materials like T-shirts and other sharp materials are not allowed to enter to these polling stations. And when the different pre-election processes were held in here, different electorates were waiting in the lineup and were casting their votes early in the morning, starting from 6 a.m. So as I've tried to talk to some of the electorates who have already casted their votes, Professor Lapiso Galebo, I met him, and he has told me lots of things about the overall election process here. Let's just listen to what he has said. Okay, sir, so how do you see the overall process of this election?
Overall process is revolutionary, dynamic, popular assertion, people of Ethiopia determining their destiny by democratic votes. Ethiopia is very ancient, old country in which power determines political relations and system. Now that era and system by the popular revolution of the Ethiopian people being destroyed, and now people became source and legitimate right owner of state power, and they are giving by delegating by popular vote to their delegates to exercise their rights. So this is going on. This new system of Ethiopian popular democracy is working on. I am witnessing this as a professor of history and author.
Thank you very much. And what time did you get here exactly?
In Ethiopian time at 1 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning.
So you were happy for the overall process here?
I am more than glad, happy, because I have been in the process for during last 50 years. Half a century I spent it, and I am witnessing this as a senior author and the professor of history. That's the excellent work.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you very much. As you've heard the professor, I tried to talk to different electorates, and they've told me that they are very happy with the election process held in here. And I'll be back with more details later on. That's all I have.
Yes, we hope we'll get back to you later for the latest. Thank you very much, Bethlehem.